hot topic, it's a sexy issue.
It just gives us that much more power to be able to go out and do something new.
I care about a lot of different issues, but this is something that will help me make change in all of those issues.
I just feel like it's about to cause a huge change, and I just want to be a part of that.
We just wanted to make a difference. We wanted to be a part of something bigger.
This is the dawn of a new student movement. It was something that students will unify around because students have been looking for this.
My name is Donald Foyle, and I'm a professional basketball player. I started Democracy Matters to give young people a growing voice for learning how to become future leaders.
We started Democracy Matters really to give students a say, give them a voice, and to try to get them encouraged and involved in making a difference in the society they live in.
Everything is so reside with money as opposed to what it should be, which is what does this person have to offer the country, the constituencies? What could this person contribute to the greatness of our world? What could this person contribute to social policies that help people? And as opposed to how much money could you raise to run for office?
I became involved in Democracy Matters after hearing through various sources about this crazy program that was started by this basketball player who was trying to give us clean politics, give us clean elections. I'm incredibly shocked at the organization for it, behind it, and the drive that the people have that are starting this. I mean, when learning about O'Donnell's story, you know, coming from this small island in the Caribbean and what he's created of himself.
Let's start making a statement. Let's continue to tell people what's happening here.
O'Donnell is very special in a lot of ways, and I think one of the ways is that he feels very strongly that he wants to give back. He was raised in a very poor family, and he didn't have a lot of advantages, and I think he is very close to that experience in his heart, and he really wanted to find a way to give back.
I was really impressed with O'Donnell. I particularly enjoyed his analogy that he used about the basketball players. If the NBA was to be set up as our current political system, then Michael Jordan and those like him would never have had the opportunity to play.
And instead what you had was Bill Gates and Donald Trump and Ross Perot and George Bush as the people who were playing basketball. I mean, I might want to see it one time. It's a tragedy to have our most gifted and talented people not getting access to our political system and to help change the world.
Turn the system upside down.
We are going to get the policies we want. We will get health care. We will have a clean environment.
And I want young people to take it and run with it and to just change the world.
I think he sees that students are the lifeblood of social change movements, and he has every intention of engaging us.
I work for Democracy Matters because I feel like it really honestly believes in young people and appreciates and values their input.
The people that I met in the Democracy Matters chapter were just great and inspirational and active, and it was just a great peer group to be in.
Really what's happening is these Democracy Matters students are infusing the movement to get private money out of politics with another level of energy that is certain to make this movement explode to the next level, and it's already happening.
Clean elections is a social movement that it needs to be started through the grassroots level. It needs the energy of young, energized students.
Students understand immediately that we're talking about changes which affect the whole society, which are very, very inclusive and that affect their lives as well.
Big polluters win out over environmentalists because they have much more money. Big business wins out over workers.
What we see now is that money freezes out poor people from participating in the democratic process. You got to have money to run. Politicians are more interested in raising money than they are in getting votes. And we believe this has a debilitating effect on the participation of low-income and, by and large, minority communities.
I saw that there were some great issues that also dealt with, those smaller issues that students want to hear about, and it all kind of funnels back to this one, big campaign finance reform.
I just feel like people of color get left out, young college people get left out. I just feel like there's too many groups that's left out, and there is no democracy. It's just the Enrons and the big companies that can afford a democracy, and it shouldn't be like that.
The main issue for me is the feminization of poverty. You know, that's a big issue in our nation right now, and there's a lot of single moms, there's a lot of different things going on where women really need representation, and women should care about what's going on.
Minimum wage, for example. Minimum wage is not being increased because, well, you know, poor people don't really wield much power because their vote is meaningless in the current system.
I can't think of a better individual for us to really lock arms with and partner with than Donald Foyle. He really is an inspiration to everyone, not only in the campaign finance reform movement, but to everybody who cares about civil rights, re-engaging young people in politics, and also making sure that every vote counts and that democracy is strengthened here in the United States.
Right here, right now, this is reality.
Everybody be sure to keep your props nice and neat.
Getting out there and tabling, and getting out there and registering people to vote, and getting out there and being visible and saying, I'm young, I care, and I'm willing to do this work.
Do I hear $600 million for the White House?
Some of our students have done improv theater and, you know, put up a White House in the middle of the quad and auctioned it off, for example, to the highest bidder. We try to make it fun.
Million it is.
We hold symposiums where we'll get professors together, we'll sponsor debates. This particular semester what we're hoping to do is do like a concert, a free concert where we invite local bands and musicians to play.
All pirates, yes, they rob I.
What we're really working to do is to create a movement where people can come and they can bring their talents and they can bring their skills and they can bring their passion and they can apply that however it works for them. So if they're a graphic designer, then they can design flyers for Democracy Matters. If they're a musician, then they can sing. If they're a public speaker, they can speak. If they like to make databases, they can make databases. It's like, come as you are, bring the energy that you've got to contribute, and we'll figure out a way to make that happen. And if you want to give a little bit of time, great. And if you want to give a lot of time, great.
The main focus of our summit is really just to train our coordinators. We're growing so rapidly that we're adding so many new chapters, especially on the West Coast. Our summit is basically to train those new coordinators and then giving them some organizing tools that they can bring back to their campus to implement some events and to raise awareness and how to recruit people to our cause.
I'm really here to get inspired by other students. The faculty, I guess, of Democracy Matters is great. They're all really, really kind and open, and it's great interacting with them also.
Well, one of the very exciting legislative changes that have occurred in this country is that we have a couple of states now where we have what are called clean elections or free and fair elections. And this is a system of full public financing. And what it means is that ordinary people can run for office. You don't have to be rich.
What I like about politics is the fact that, you know, at any given day, the people could rise up and change the system. And I think, you know, that is, I think, at the end of the day, what we're all fighting for is to raise consciousness and to give people more and more hope that they have something to say.
We have a very good message that is unifying and it offers hope.
Through Democracy Matters, I want us to show that we do care, and, you know, and that we can all work together and try to make this a better world.